So it is a gorgeous day here in Tennessee, and I'm on my way to work. It's not your typical work out of the office day. Let me explain.
So it's hard to see on camera, but this is the trail, and it is very steep going up the mountain here. And that's where we're going. It is just a gorgeous morning here. Wow. It's kind of hard to see, but the fog coming in over the mountains here. Beautiful fog coming across. So there's a valley and a river in between, and I'm on the one side, mountain on the other side. That is gorgeous. So over the years, I've spent a lot of time experimenting with proper work habits and stacking those habits to build towards the goals that I have in life. And one of those that I found that works really well is what I call the office reset. I think I live in like the coolest place in the world. Yeah, for sure. I mean, just wow. Yeah, look at this. I've been up here a whole bunch. I don't know if I've seen the clouds quite like this. They're so low that the tops of the mountains are in them. We're gonna sneak through here, try not to fall down this. Yeah, so if you were to fall, yeah, just a little bit of a drop. So most of my life involves working in an office, helping to manage and run the two nonprofits I helped start. And that's not a bad thing, but sometimes I have to break out of that norm and get away for what I call a session of deep work, which is a concept from a book I love called Deep Work by Cal Newport, linked down below. So what is deep work? For me, I found getting away from the normal day-to-day routines and getting into a different environment to allow myself to think deeply about my major goals, strategic plans, the big projects that I have. This is really important, and when you're in the typical office setting in the day-to-day like I am, it's easy to lose sight of that and just get stuck in the day-to-day motions of doing the work, which is fine, but occasionally I do something like this where I get out into the mountains here in Tennessee. I mean, look at where I'm at, and take some time to sit down and work on a project, or look at my strategic goals, or evaluate where am I going, what are the things I should be working on. And there is something about getting out of the normal space that I'm in, which is my office, and coming to a place like this that is incredible. But it doesn't end there. So what's really powerful is what I call habit stacking, where I can combine this idea of deep work with other habits as well. So what is habit stacking? And for me, this is where the real power lies in this. So yes, you have deep work and breaking out of the normal routines in life to come to a place like this to do some deep reading and writing, which that's what I was doing, and sat here and spent some time just doing some deep thinking about some big projects. I'm teaching a 2-week course on the Middle East and some of my experiences over there, and I'm teaching that course up at a school in Pennsylvania. So I'm having to do a lot of thinking of what is it I'm trying to teach, and so basically just getting out of the office and coming to a place like this where there's lots of space and there's no distractions, get my notebook out and just say, okay, like, what are the key objectives? What am I trying to do here? I can't overemphasize how important that is. So I try to do something kind of like this every month or two. Sometimes I'll go to a coffee shop, sometimes I'll come to a place like this, sometimes I'll, go to a park, something to kind of break out of the normal day-to-day routine, and it gets my brain into a different mindset. But how does that fit with this idea of habit stacking. So you take the power of deep work, which I'm a huge believer in, and maybe I'll make a video about that at some point down the road, but you take that and you stack it with other habits and other things that are good for me that I want to build into my life as well. And so then you're getting more benefit for the amount of effort. So what does that look like? Well, there are several really important elements in my life that especially this year I've been trying to take much better care of. That is mental clarity, my physical health, and giving myself space to think well. So again, when I come to a place like this, it does something really magical about mental clarity and giving your mind room to think. It really lowers stress levels. It gets out in nature. There's something incredibly important and therapeutic about getting out in nature, and lucky for me, I live right close to these incredible mountains here in Tennessee, so it's a short drive for me, easy to take advantage of. There's often nobody even up here. I have the place to myself. And then the other one is my physical health. So climbing this mountain is not easy, especially carrying this camera and my notebooks and things up here. Takes some effort. It's pretty steep. And so that's good for me. That physical exertion, it'd be extremely easy for me to sit at home at my office and in my little plush chair and just do that every day. And that's like absolutely terrible for my health. So I'm trying to find creative ways to get more movement and more exercise in my life. And if I'm stacking it with something that I know is really beneficial for me, to get out here, to get some space, to think and work on a project, plus I'm stacking that with something that's very good for my physical health, plus I'm stacking it with something that's really good for my mental clarity and my lowering stress levels and anxiety, wow, that suddenly I'm not getting just the benefit of coming up here to do some deep work. I'm getting a lot of other benefits as well. And this is what I call that concept of stacking your habits together, the important things that matter the most to you, and bundling them together into one package is extremely potent and extremely healthy for us. So I'm getting a win on multiple fronts by coming up here and doing this. Essentially, I'm getting a win on 3 major fronts in my life, all through a single action, and the single action being coming to the mountains. And again, this is just fabulous that I have something really close like this to my house. I don't know where, you that's watching this, I don't know where you live, but hopefully there is a bit of nature close to you, so you can get that benefit, and somewhere where you can also get the benefit of getting outside and exercising. The nature is incredibly good for our health, and maybe that's going for a walk in the park. Something I've started doing now is I have a phone call, say, and I'm working with my team on something. Instead of sitting at my desk in the office, which is, again, really bad for me, I will take that time to get outside and go for a walk around my house on the phone. So I'm getting good steps in, I'm getting outside, I'm getting out in nature, and I'm doing my phone call just like normal. And little things like that where you can stack them together. So now I'm getting exercise and outside, and the work is getting done all in one package. Again, can't stress how important this is. Learn how to stack those habits and the things that matter the most to you all in one package, and you'll go a lot further in life. So anyway, that's the random lesson from the mountains here in Tennessee. Thought I'd make this short little video to explain that, and it's something I've really been benefiting from. Get creative. What are some interesting and creative ways you found to do that in your own life? I'd love to hear about it. Put it down in the comments below. If you like this kind of content, be sure to subscribe to my newsletter, which I do a lot of writing on these things. The things I'm learning, I'm writing about the travels that I do, and of course, subscribe to this YouTube channel if you found this interesting. If you found this video interesting, you should check out this video right here, which is another one I made that you will find right along the same lines as what we were talking about in this one. Thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. All right, so we're way up in the mountains here, and this is my way off of this rock. So I go to all this work to film for you all. I'm on this little outcrop. Beautiful view. To get back, I have to kind of weasel my way through this little spot here. So, straight down cliff. Yeah. Woo! Anyways. Wow.